Why, hello there, everybody. Welcome back. You are watching TTBurger Game Reviews with me, Tony, and we are back with more episodes here as we continue my Quantic Dream game series review. And this is episode 157, part 3 of 4. We have a lot to talk about here with the games that we have coming out that we're going to be talking about here that was released in late 2013. But before we get started here, those of you who missed what happened in episode 157, part 2 of 4, here you go. I got you covered here with the TTBurger recap to show y'all what you missed. Last time I took a look at the game Heavy Rain by Quantic Dream. It's released for the PlayStation 3 and the remastered version on the PlayStation 4 and stuff, and gave it a 9 out of 10 because it was a huge improvement over Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy. But there were some graphical issues like some frame rate issues and some sound bugs and stuff like that where the problems are in some of the controls there too. But it was still a much better game. Well, not much better because Fahrenheit No Prophecy was still a good game. It was a better game overall with a better story and everything. Definitely worth owning in your collection if you want some more Quantic Dream action. But now, like I said, we're gonna zoom ahead to the year 2013. This was back like around October, back when I was celebrating my 25th birthday. And I remember getting this game for my birthday along with Grand Theft Auto 5, which I didn't really like as much as this game. So, the game you're looking at that is the guy right here, Beyond Two Souls, released for the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, and also on Steam as well. And this game was released in 2013, like I said, starring Canadian actress Helen Page, Willem, Dafoe, and more. Now, Beyond Two Souls here, when this game came out and all the critics were there and stuff like that, people were bitching about this game non-stop, bitching about some of the dumbest things ever, bitching about the storyline, bitching about the characters themselves and everything. People were bitching non-stop about it all, and it was just beyond stupid. It was just beyond stupid there because, like, people were just bitching all morning for no reason whatsoever. I was wondering why they bitching about this game. It's awesome. I mean, like, I liked it. I like Quantic Dream, and then it turns out that people just didn't like the game for reasons X, Y, and Z. But I'm here to tell you all now that Beyond Two Souls is a fantastic game. It's not as good as Heavy Rain. It's gonna get a slightly lower score than Heavy Rain, but it's not gonna get that much lower of a score. I'm trying to say there. It's still a fantastic game overall, and it's definitely really worth owning. But we have a lot to talk about here, so let's get started. The game's story puts you in the role of the main protagonist, Jodie Holmes, who's portrayed by Helen Page as adult Jodie, teenage Jodie, and voiced by Caroline Wolfson as young Jodie Holmes, stuff like that. It starts off with Jodie saying, like, she was born with a strange gift, and she has some that she's never had before or anything like that, and she wants to tell her story, but it's kind of a blur to her, so she can't remember everything in order. So the story is explained out of order in the memories, the way Jodie remembers it. Like, it basically talks about her life. Like, if you go in for chronological order, she was born with an entity named Aiden, who basically looks out for her, and she can communicate with him by performing telepathic acts, like taking over people's minds, breaking stuff, choking them, and more and more and more. And that's what the story is there. But going from a chronological perspective here, Jodie Holmes lives with her foster parents, Philip and Susan, who know that, like, she's not normal and stuff like that. One day on a cold winter snowy day, her mother Susan asks her to go outside to play with some kids while they're making dinner. She gets involved in a snowball fight, and one kid suffocates and tries to suffocate her with a snowball. Aiden protects her and saves her by choking the kid, only for them to be mad at her, and her father says, "We can't do this anymore. This is not normal. We agreed to look after a little girl, but not this. And she is then transferred over to the DEA, where she'll be taken care of by Dr. Nathan Dawkins, who's portrayed by Willem Dafoe, and Cole Freeman, who's portrayed by Kadeem Hartson, who are part of the United States Department of Paranormal Activity, the DPA, and the two doctors help her control her powers with Aiden and everything. And basically the story, like I said, is out of order, and it tells like what Jodie went through with her life growing up as a teenager, as a young kid, in the DPA and all that stuff. And it just basically shows her life like that, because like she does have some, there's gonna be some spoilers here, she does have some pretty fucked up things happen to her. Like Like she becomes homeless and makes friends with these people and helps one of them deliver a baby, and she's in a coma for months or so like that, and she goes all over the place to try and and try and solve stuff there and figure out her life and figure out what's going on here. The story also talks about like life after death, like in the afterlife, the infra world and stuff like that. It basically talks about life after death and what happens like with ghosts and spirits and stuff too. So it's definitely great there. A lot of people bitch that the story was out of order, not in chronological order and stuff. But the thing is, if people listen to the opening cutscene, she's having trouble remembering everything, so it's gonna be out of order. It's based on her memory there, and the truth is, it's one of those type of movies that goes back and forth and stuff. One of those type of movies that has like go back and forth and everything, and that's what it is there. And you know, I think it's better they did it that way because it adds suspense, it adds mystery, it adds flavor to the story, and I like how they did this there. But people didn't like that because they wanted to view the scenes in chronological order. Technically, you can do that in the PS4 and the PC versions now, but people can do it in the PS3 version. But the truth is, I don't care. I liked it the way it was, and that's what it was there and stuff. And basically, it just talks about the infra world, life after death, and Jodie's life and everything, and figuring out who Aiden is, trying to control it and stuff. And that's basically what it is there. For the game's presentation, the game's graphics have improved over Heavy Rain and stuff. Like, the character models look really good, they animate really well, their faces and mouths look better, they don't look like they have buck teeth the whole time, so that they actually look a lot better. Although the character movement kind of feels a little like the robots walking around, but it's not that big of an issue there. I mean, like, the backgrounds and environments you go to look great, although some of them can be a little dark. There's no brightness setting this time to change the brightness, which is weird because Heavy Rain had a brightness setting, and this time they do not here for some reason, which is weird, but still, it's not a killer because it's not as dark as games like, I don't know, freaking D on the PlayStation or something like that, so that's just me though, but still. And of course, like, when it comes to like the graphics, they're like, and that's pretty much what I gotta say about the graphics there. The graphics look great, they improved over Heavy Rain, and definitely look great there and stuff. Although there are a couple frame rate issues here and there, but the frame rate is a little smoother there this time than it was in Heavy Rain, but still, the frame rate issues are noticeable, is what I'm trying to say there. For sound, sound-wise, it pretty much is kick-ass as well. You got some great voice acting, especially from Ellen Page, Willem Dafoe, Kadeem Hardison, and Caroline Lynn Wolfson. All of them do a great job at voicing their lines there and stuff. And of course, like, I forgot to mention, Eric Winter voices a character called Ryan Clayton of the CIA, who pretty much trains Joey at the CIA and stuff like that, and he's one of the agents. I forgot to mention him. He also does a great job as well and stuff too. And a lot of the actors portray their lines really well and stuff. You won't notice any actors from the Heavy Rain aren't in this game, but still, then you got some big name actors like Ellen Page, Willem Dafoe, and more. And that's really cool there and stuff, because I like that if we get these characters and get their likeness into the game, and it really helped there. The music is really good, although the music is not as memorable as Heavy Rain's music. It's just that something about the music, I just didn't care for the music sometimes for some reason. I don't know why, but just for this time, I just really didn't care for the music for some reason. While I know the music's good, but it's just like, the music, it just isn't as memorable. Just didn't care much about it, is what I'm trying to say there, and that's just me though. But aside from that, the sound is great. Like if you keep not counting like the music, that the sound is great, definitely. But now let's get into the gameplay here, and the gameplay here, it is good, but it does have its negatives here to talk about. This gameplay is like a movie, just like Heavy Rain and Fahrenheit, Indigo Prophecy. You basically control Jodie, or you can control the entity Aiden, and basically like that. You basically control Jodie to get from point A to point B, picking up items, figuring out where to go, and doing stuff in the environments to progress the story. When you play as Aiden the entity, he helps you too. Like, you can pretty much do almost anything you want with Aiden. You can either be an asshole and cause trouble, or you can be nice and listen to Jody and stuff. With Aiden, you're like you can like do stuff like in one scene called The Party, which a lot of people didn't like that scene for some reason, but I thought that was pretty cool because it was a reference to one of my favorite movies, Carrie, starring Sissy Spacek. You can either like get revenge on the kids for locking Jody up in the closet, or you can leave, or you can get revenge and not listen to Jody and keep going and like set the house on fire, Kirsten's house, like the girl who had the birthday party, or you can stop and start that, or just knock them all out. You can do whatever you want. You're in control of what Aiden does for the most part, and like whatever you want to do with Aiden for the most part, hey, it's cool there and stuff like that, because like it's what it is like. It's just that it's like it basically talks about like trying to control Aiden and stuff like that, and of course Aiden will not obey, but Aiden can obey if you let him obey and stuff, and that's basically what it is there. Like Jody can do a lot of stuff here, like I said, like one minute she's homeless and playing a guitar, helping delivering a baby, or one minute she's getting revenge on some teens at Kirsten's birthday party for locking her up, or she can go to a bar to meet some friends and they don't show up. You can either stay and leave, or you can stay and get attacked by these two bar guys like that, which is something you don't want to do if you want to get the ending that I tried to get. And that's basically what you do there. And you're basically like in an interactive environment with Jody and stuff too, like picking up newspapers, picking up stuff, and just progress the story there, like I said. And Aiden will try and stop you if you try to do something bad, for the most part. If Jody just wants to do something bad, so he'll stop her, definitely. But that's just me, though. But, like, I do like the gameplay for the most part, but here now I gotta get to some of the negatives. First off, there's not that much dialogue options to choose from. Sure, there's some, but like there's not that many as there were in like Heavy Rain or Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy. And that is surprising, because like usually Quantic Dream was known for having a lot of choice selections here for like dialogue, but here there's not much dialogue log choice options, which is kind of weird there. And also some of the chapters play out for like way too long, like the homeless chapter and like the Mojave Desert chapter, which both of them are great chapters too. There's some of my favorites in the game, especially exploring the Mojave Desert, like riding a horse, taking care of animals on a farm, leaving like the outside because of some evil spirit or stuff like that, and taking care of this family and stuff. And I like it. I mean, it's fun when you do all stuff, but some of the stuff kind of drags on for a little too long and stuff. It's just like you think it's over and then it's not, or so. And that's kind of a little nitpick there. And also for unlike in Heavy Rain, you can't hear Jody speaking her thoughts like how you could in the last game. That is weird for some reason, but still, like, it's not that big of an issue there. But it's just like, I feel like this game could have been polished a little bit better. I mean, there's not that many glitches or anything like that, but there are times where like I had to restart some levels because Aiden wouldn't respond to me or so I couldn't really progress with it and stuff. That happened like in my imaginary friend chapter and stuff like that, where it all began and everything, which I had to restart and everything, but still it's not that big of an issue there. And the game, like, once again, like a movie, it's not that long of a game. You can probably finish in like it's a little bit longer game, probably about like 8 hours or maybe 10 if you want to explore more and stuff like that. And you got a multitude of endings to choose from and stuff, and lots of endings with lots of characters who you interact with in the game, like Ryan Clayton, Stan, Tuesday, and Jimmy and Walter, who were in the homeless chapter and stuff. Or you can be with the family in the Mojave Desert, start that and stuff, or do whatever you want. The endings are like that. And I know that's kind of a spoiler there, but I don't tell you what happens in them and stuff like that, because you make the choices, you control the story, and that's what it is there. And this game is still good. I know the critics didn't like it, but the game is not that bad and stuff like that. That's what I'm trying to say. The game is not that bad. It's still really good. Not as good as Heavy Rain, but still a fantastic game, definitely. So aside from that, though, there really isn't much else to say here, except for like that if you want some more Quantic Dream, and you want a game that talks about like spirits and the infra world and life after death or so, or life after the living or so, definitely pick it up. It's worth living there. And it's great that we had actors like Ellen Page and Willem Dafoe in this, because they made the story what it is, and they did a great job with it, definitely. Due to the complaints I have with this game here, I'll be taking slightly more points off there, but the score I'll be giving it is an 8.5 out of 10. It's definitely the best score to give it, because those problems that do affect it, but not as bad. It's still a great game, just Heavy Rain was just a tiny bit better, but this game should not be avoided at all. And that's pretty much all I gotta say for episode 157, part 3 of 4. we're down to the finale for the next part. Stay tuned as we go to the year 2018, in May of 2018, where we take a look at Quantic Dream on the PlayStation 4 with the game Detroit Become Human, which talks about androids and everything. Now, how does this game fare? Well, find out in the final part, which all I gotta say. Now, if you like what you see here, subscribe, like the video, comment down below, and join my Discord group, TTBurger Gaming United. We're always looking for more people to join. The link is a permanent link, so it won't expire for 24 hours or so just click the link if you want to join, and I hope to see you all there in my group. Which all I gotta say is Tony, peace out, have a great day, and see you all in episode 157, part 4 of 4.